have to move that decimal point over one place, right? So that's going to be, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 610,000. Okay? So that'll be 610,000 equals to 750 x. So we already said that we have to divide the 750, right? Okay, what can we do to make life a little bit easier here? We know these 750s, they cancel and they go to what? 1, right. Okay, so this is, how many x's? 1x. Okay, so that, there's something algebraic or mathematical, arithmetic wise, arithmetically, they cancel out, they don't just disappear. Okay, so they go to 1. So on the left side, what can we do first?
Get rid of the zero.
Get rid of the zeros, right? Okay, so it's like saying 10 divided by 10. Alright, you're actually, algebraically, you're actually doing something here. Okay, so now what we have here is 6, 1, 0, and then 2 zeros over 75. Now that's a little bit easier to work with than 610,000 divided by 750, right? So anytime you see, this is what I was telling you about, when you want to simplify, 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 and it makes the problem more realistic to try to solve, more manageable. Okay, so what's going inside? The numerator, right. 61000. Decimal point, right? Bring that decimal point up. 75. So here, to estimate, if we take one digit away and one digit away, the 75, first of all, is 75 going to 61? No. So we've got to go one place over. Okay, 75 does not divide into 61, so we've got to, that means our quotient is going to start in the third place. Okay, so now we're dividing 75 into 610. Well, we estimate 7, take away one digit from each. 7 divided into 61. Estimate, that would be approximately what? 8. Well, let's see if 8 works. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. So now let's multiply. 8 times 5 is 40, right? Carry the 4. 8 times 7, sometimes 8 is what? 56 times plus 4. 56 plus 4 is 60. Alright. So we're left with 10, right? 75 doesn't go into 10. So we guessed right with the 8. So bring the 0 down, right? And we estimate again. What are we going to estimate this time? 7 divided by what?
10.
10, right? 7 divided by 10, that only goes once. Well, you probably could have seen 75 would go into 100 once too. So that would be 75. Probably didn't even need to estimate on that one. Okay, so that's going to give us
25.
Right, 25. Well, 75 doesn't go into 25, so we did that right. So we've got to bring 0 down. Okay, let's estimate 7 can divide into what? 25, right? We can estimate 7 divides into 25 3 times. That should be okay. That should work. Let's see if it does. 3 times 5, 15. Carry the 1. 7 times 3 is 21, and 1 more is 22. All right. Subtract. Borrow. Now, when you borrow here, good idea to change that 5 into a 4, and then put your 1 there so that to help remind you that this is no longer a 5, right? A couple of people made that mistake where they borrowed and then they used that as a 5 instead of bringing that down 1. So that would be 10 minus 5 is 5. 4 minus 2 is 2. Okay? So we're going to go ahead, since we're dealing with what here? Money, we have to round this. How many places? Two more, right? So we've got to go, if we're going to round 2 decimal places, we actually have to divide 1 more so that we can round off. Okay, so you always go 1 more place when you're dividing, and then in order to be able to round off, because you may have to round up, and you won't know that unless you go 1 more place. Okay, so what do we do now? Add a 0, right? Bring that 0 down, and so now we're doing the same thing, right? It's 250 and 250 again, right? So we know we have to divide by 3, right? So what are we going to get here? We're going to get same thing, right? 25 again, right? So what's happening? We got a repeating decimal, right? So we got to do 3 one more time. So that's going to be 0.3333. But because we're dealing with money, we don't put 3 repeating, right? We don't put 0.3 repeating. We look at here, right? Draw a line after the penny. Look at the next. So that means x is going to equal to $813.33. Okay?
But we would round at the end though if it was higher. If the 3 was like a 5.
If what?
Say if the 3 was a 5, would it be 34 cents?
If the 3 was a...
If the last 3 was a 5, it would be 30.
Oh, yeah, that's right. If it's 5 or higher, if this is 5 or higher, then yeah, you would round to 34. Okay? Alright, any questions with that?